Nigga better watch they mouth cause I spaz out. Catch a nigga down bad and I head out. Bitch, I wreck that murder gang and we'll clear it out. Catch a nigga, man, bitch, and we gon' share out. Hey, she so fine, I love the way that booty spread out. Hey, you know I keep that Glock with the red dot. Shoot a nigga in his face, say he ain't bad now. 21. Yeah, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad.
Hello. Today I'm going to talk about death spells. I usually don't like talking about this aspect of magic, but unfortunately, I've had a situation that someone brought to my attention, and they wanted me to make a video about this and what I know and what I've seen throughout the years. So I figured I would give you guys a video and talk about this. This is something that is very prevalent outside of America. This is usually something that you find a lot done in foreign countries. From my perspective as a Haitian American, my life in Haiti, I've seen a lot, I heard a lot. So today, I would like for you guys to allow me to give you a little understanding about the phenomenon we call death spells. Well, death spells are something that's very complicated because this is not dealing in the world of poisons. This is not dealing in a lines of doing physical harm to an individual. This is something that usually transpires over time. Not to say that there isn't situations where a person has put something in motion and then a couple of days later, that person ends up passing. Realistically speaking, that's not how it works. But not to say that that cannot be part of or come with that aspect of work. Most of the time, when someone sends out energy like that, there's a lot of variables to this that determines the completion. Age, that's definitely a factor, and lifestyle. And in the age, depending on if they're young, depending on if they're old, there's going to be different effects. I've seen people that were old in age that were attacked spiritually. And this is not hypothesis. This is knowing the people who did it. This is being in close proximity to the people that did it. I'm not a water boy watching from the sideline and just giving my opinions on what I think this is. I am a person that has been around people in my country that has done this. So this is not no internet spiritualist that's talking shit they don't fucking know. I'm giving you guys intel from an experiential perspective. Now, from what I've seen elderly people that people have paid to get rid of. We have a saying in Creole, "Koute qui passe en bas de l'eau, pas jamais fait mal, qu'on soit manchette qui passe en bas de l'eau, pas jamais fait mal." Machetes or knives that pass in the water never make any mark. When a person's old in age, when someone sends something after them, most people is going to think, oh, they just died of old age. But this is what transpires with elderly people or people that are of age. When these people are of age, the factor that one has to look at is the vitality. when you're old in age, your vitality is not that strong. And if you do not have any spiritual protection, you're not going to be able to withstand that type of impact. Now, elderly, to be up in age is a factor against you. It works against one that is being spiritually attacked. This is a great factor. And usually when dealing with elderly people, when a person sends work at an elderly person, it usually transpires, if not in a couple of months, within a short number of years, anywhere between 1 to 2 years. And this is not to say this is what it is. This is how it is. It's a complete exact science. No, I'm not saying this. But what I'm saying to you is that from what I've seen, from certain cases of people up in age, over 40, usually I've seen anywhere from a year or 2. It all depends on what's done. But let me move the age bracket a little bit higher. But you know what? Let me just keep it there. Because I believe when I saw that, that person was possibly in their 40s or above 40 whatsoever. But again, lifestyle also plays a factor in this too. Because lifestyle, if you're a person that eats horribly and you don't do the necessary things necessary, you're already creating openings. And this goes back to the thing on top. If you are in the wrong, meaning if you are guilty in some aspect of your life, if you eat cheeseburgers every day, McDonald's, this and that, you are creating openings. So when someone sends something after you, it's going to hit because you have openings. So now it transforms into cancer. I remember someone did work on this lady that was up in age. She probably was between late 40s or probably in her 50s. She was hit within 6 months time period, within a 6 month time frame. She ended up with I think stage 4 cancer, the final stage of cancer. And she ended up dying. And this is not me saying this, because I read this in a book or no. I was there. I saw people do the work, put the work together. And this is speaking as someone that was a witness to this in Haiti. I saw this with my 2 eyes. So now, talking about young in age, you have to understand when someone's young, their vitality is pretty strong. You've seen kids fall down a fucking stairs and they get up like Superman, like nothing happened. Now, when you fall down the stairs after 40, you're probably going to be dead, or you're definitely going to have some broken bones. So I want to talk about young. When you're young and you have vitality. When a person does a death spell on someone that's young, this thing can play out a number of years. I remember a client of mine told me about a situation that transpired. Now, this is not from my perspective because I don't want to talk about certain things like this, but I will give you someone's experience. And this client is pretty close. We talk daily. This client lost her child in Jamaica. In Jamaica, what it was that the husband had a maklot, or basically a side chick. And if you are from the Caribbean, you pretty much know what happens when you find out that your lover is involved, or you know how it happens. Jealousy may arise. You got baby mother here, and he has a baby mother over there. Typical shit usually happens. Basically one baby mother goes to the root worker, the spiritualist, to basically cast a spell on the rival, right? Pretty much typical story. Well, in this situation, the rival did black magic on my client's daughter. When it first hit the daughter, she was 9 years old. And she ended up dying in her mid-30s. Throughout her life, she had an illness that the doctors could not solve. They could not fix. They could not fix it at all, period. They did not know what to do, what the problem was. They don't know what was wrong with her. And then she ended up dying in her mid-30s. So this is usually the case in the Caribbean when you have the outside, the outside member who's jealous or the lover that is jealous, and they do things like that. This is a norm. This is nothing new to people from Jamaica. This is nothing new to people from Tobago. This is nothing new to people in Haiti. This happens all the fucking time. Even in Africa, it happens all the fucking time. Do you know how many people come to me and ask me, do I do work on children? Do you know how many people have asked me, do I do work to create abortions? So listen, this is a real life phenomenon. But now, as I was saying, age plays a factor. Youth plays a factor. Because when you're young in age, your vitality is very strong. So your vitality can carry you a long way. But if you don't do nothing about it, you are doomed. Because once that thing is done and it's sealed, if you don't get help, you're going to die. That's it. So now, I want to move into lifestyle. Lifestyle can definitely, I'm going to try to use a word that I heard this minister on YouTube say. I think his name is Sinful P. People probably watch him. I'm not here. I know people are going to say, oh, whatever, he's a this and he's that. But I'm not going to, I just want to say, I'm not a judgmental person. It's not here to judge anyone's lifestyle, but he calls it, what is it? Accelerate to your your expiration date. That's what he calls it. Shout out to Sinful P. But basically, your lifestyle can accelerate you to the day of your expiration. If you're out here wilding in the streets, doing crazy shit, doing fuckery, don't be surprised if you die before your time. And when a person sends out black magic, if you are into illegal activity, criminal activity, the chances of you getting fucked up and dying is pretty great in comparison to someone that just goes to church, in comparison to a person that just goes home, doesn't play in the streets whatsoever. Yeah, they can end up in an accident, things of that nature, but if you're a person that's living a wild lifestyle, you're living a reckless lifestyle, you're doing all sorts of hard drugs and, doing all types of fuckery, the chances of you, accelerating to your date of expiration is pretty high. So death spells pretty much are determined by a couple of factors. So, and I want to say this to all those spiritualists online that jump up and say, oh, I'm still here. I'm still here. Or that get into spiritual battles and say, oh, I'm still here. It's 6 months is up. I'm still here. Listen, let me tell you people something. The moment you put your guard down, the moment you think shit is sweet, that's when shit usually creeps up on a person. You may go a year and everything's fine. I say this not even just to spiritualists. I say this to the common Joe Schmo. You may say, oh, I got a cleansing. Oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? 4 months go down the line. I'm good. 5 months go down the line. 6 months go down the line. 7 months go down the line. Up. A year passes by. Now all of a sudden, you have abnormal cells growing somewhere in your body. Oh, I did a cleansing. I'm fine. Now your teeth starts falling out. Now your teeth starts moving. Now your teeth starts moving around. Now you're starting to lose weight. 2 years go by. Now you got pain all in your body. 3 years go by. See, the thing is, let me explain something to you people out there that's hearty and that speak the speech of fools. When you're jumping up hardy and hardy like that, saying, oh, well, you ain't doing nothing to me, just like on some street shit. You talking all this gangster shit, you saying, yeah, you saying, y'all motherfuckers ain't shoot me, y'all niggas ain't killing me, this and that. Ha, 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 ha. When you taunt your fucking enemies, they're going to make it so that on a spiritual level, when you're taunting like that, they're not going to let up. You're going to say, oh, I'm good, I'm good. When you say I'm good, they're going to put more shit on your ass. So as time goes on, it makes it almost impossible to shake out of that situation. Because the motherfucker got about 10 jobs sitting on your fucking ass. You thinking everything is sweet? It's just time. It's just a matter of time till all those forces catch up with your ass.